What's up, everybody? It is Championship Sunday, and this is the SBP. As always, I'm your boy Prime Source. Was good.
This food good.
What you eating, man?
Not cereal, believe it or not. It's actually some bacon, some scrambled eggs with onions and peppers and spinach, and a
Okay,
couple little tater tots. Since there were no hash browns, so you had to have something on the side.
eating good, eating
Not
good.
bad, not bad. Can't complain. Shout out to your wife.
No doubt. Shout out, no doubt. Jawan is back in the house. What's up, brother?
What's going on? Thank you guys for having me.
Oh,
Of
you
course, he come back this week.
Well, look, it's appropriate because his guy's counterpart is not going to join us today, and I'm gonna throw a personal foul on Didge this morning, right? Let me tell you why. Not that he's not with us today, but Didge said I'm not gonna be able to make it. His response was he got dragged out of the house by his cousin to have breakfast for his birthday. Didge, ain't nobody dragged nobody to have breakfast, but we go to breakfast because we want to go to breakfast. All right, so I'm not gonna use that excuse. If Source and I are
That's
supposed to
crazy.
do the show, I'm not gonna call Source and say, "Hey man, I got dragged out of the house to go to breakfast." I'm just gonna be
Mhm.
like, "Hey Source, man, we going to breakfast this morning, dog. We got omelets, you know what I'm saying? Hash brown. I'm going to breakfast, but we ain't gonna do the show unless you want to do it later in the day. We ain't gonna do it this week. That's what I'm gonna do."
I respect it. Ain't nothing wrong with that because breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
That's
Yeah,
true.
so personal foul on Didge today. Matter of fact, you might get two personal fouls on the same plate for that one. Didge just say you was going to breakfast, dog. That's all you had to do. You was going to breakfast. We understand. Ain't no hassle, no other explanation needed. You feel me? Yeah. So, but he said he'll be back Super Bowl time. He did give me his scores though. He dropped me his scores before we came in. So, and he had those prepared too. I didn't have to ask for him. As soon as he said he wasn't coming, he dropped his scores to me. So I said that's all good. Um, and we know our brother Joel ain't coming. He already told us. He dipped back in for the Giants news about the new coach, and we respect that. But he's straight in basketball mode right now. And if he's like me and probably you, Juwan, we're not totally happy right now. But it's we got this is work to do on that end.
Hold
Yeah.
on, Jawan. Jawan, I got a question.
Hmm?
Is Joel a what was the word that was used last show? I can't remember the word, but he said he's a positive person.
Oh
Like
yeah,
he sees the bright side in things. Is that true?
That is extremely true. It's annoyingly true. He is definitely the more optimistic of the two of us.
That was the word.
Yeah, that is definitely true. I can vouch for that. He definitely is. He definitely is.
Okay, kind of threw me. I was like, man,
yeah,
because I
but
guess
we'll
because
get
we
back.
always talk about the Giants, so it's not.
I will say this: he's extremely positive, but when his sports teams aren't winning, it's best to leave him be. I'll say that. Best to leave him be for sure. For sure.
Hey, you're not the only one eating this morning, Source. And I got the oatmeal popping, bro. So, but
You and that oatmeal, bro.
yeah, man, I told you my struggle though because Quaker, at least down here, I don't know what they got going on to where you at, Juwan, but Quaker don't make those instant packs no more with the raisins already in them. That cinnamon spice, the cinnamon raisin spices be my shot. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't been able to find the joints for almost 2 years now, so I had to break out the sun-made raisins and put it in the joints in the cinnamon pack this morning. It ain't quite the same, but it's working. I mean, it's gonna have to work.
You had to do a little addition for your own on your own. Huh?
Hey, Juwan, y'all got any snow up there where you are, man?
Yeah, it's crazy out here.
Yeah, yeah, we
Yeah.
got it too. Forecast went down majorly, but the bad part is we getting this ice. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they were talking like 22 to 24 inches early in the week. As we got to the later in the week, they narrowed it down to maybe 3 to 6 in some areas. But the problem is we're supposed to have all day of nothing but sleet and ice falling.
Yeah.
So the accumulation ain't super crazy out here. I mean, it's covered the ground. But
as long as it keeps me out of work tomorrow, that's all I've been paying attention to. As long as it keeps me out of work tomorrow.
only way I get out of work is if the power go out. And I'm not wishing that on nobody, but I'm just saying.
No, definitely not. Not in this court.
Dang, that's tough.
So that's the fear here in VA is what they're projecting later today, the potential for power outages based on the amount of ice and stuff that's supposed to fall throughout the day. So hopefully don't mess with. I ain't trying to lose power at all, especially now with the games on.
No.
You know, I got my backup movies and shows on my iPads and all that in case I download it. You know, I even go back. I even downloaded Time for the Flash rewatch. So I downloaded the whole first season of the Flash on my iPad just in case.
That's a good watch.
Actually, I got first 2 seasons. So.
There it is. 2 good watches right there.
Yeah, I just got through Arrow. So again,
22 episodes each, hour. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm in there. But hopefully we don't have to use it. But we got some football to talk with. Source, I'm gonna put it out there early though. You do know about the women's game today, though, right?
Nope.
Big one today, man. South Carolina gonna try to bounce back. They playing against Vandy today. Michaela Blake's and them. You know they.
Lord.
Yeah. So big game today. That's the biggest of all the games today. South Carolina and Vandy play today at 3 p.m. on ESPN. Same time the game kickoffs. You got to break out that extra tablet or something, bro.
Poor Tessa.
Ooh, she gonna have her hands full, bro.
She got it. Now, I will say, I know everybody was hype on Aaliyah Chavez's game, and she went off in overtime. But
hold on, did I tell them? No, did I tell them?
But
okay,
she had like 10 or 11 in the actual game. If there was no overtime, she had 10 or 11. So I'm not going to let that just be to the side. Like that's got to be part of the story as well. Because whether they had won or lost, with her having 10 and 11 in regulation, if they in regulation, well, it would be a whole different conversation. But she went off in overtime, so now it's she went off in overtime. Now she won't cook nobody.
That's all that matters. 15 in OT.
If there was no OT, it would matter. That's my point. She still only had that amount of points.
I don't know, dog. I'm gonna look at it like I'm gonna look at a couple of these 2 games we're gonna talk today, especially one in particular, right? She didn't need to score a lot of points.
Yeah, she did, bro. It was a tie.
What I'm saying to be in that game, like they come up, they had a hard game the game before. Not been playing well. Just for her team to be playing well in that game, to even be in position without her having to put up points. I took it as a young freshman finding her way and just picking her spots, getting in when she fit in. She didn't need to score 25, 30 points in regulation, right? She went out there. The team was in the game. A lot of people was talking about they was about to get the brakes beat off them, in the joints I was watching. They was like, yeah, well, they don't stand a chance. The team was in the game. Reagan Biz and them got busy. I'm just saying,
I hear you.
Yeah, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is Aaliyah Chavez is the real deal. That's all I'm gonna say. Freshman doing it like she's the real deal, bro. So I take them 15. If 15 in OT is crazy, I don't care who you are. Senior, freshman, whatever. So I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that.
So shout out to the squad. But anyway, let's get to this. Let's get to this football action, guys. So couple of things popped off real quick before we get to these 2 games, and there's some news. So first of all, Source, let me ask you, make sure I get this right. What does Scarface, Eminem, and Rakim all have in common? Something they have in common other than the fact that they're rappers. Let me see.
Scarface, Eminem, and Rakim. I don't know.
Well, 2 of them got a song called Guess Who's Back? And one of them has a skit called, which would be M, Guess Who's Back? So I want to ask you guys real quick, are y'all ready I know Juwan's answer, but are y'all ready for the Chiefs to come back and take command of the AFC and win more Super Bowls, bro?
You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
What source to go? Look, I'll definitely say this. If his return puts the Chiefs back to where they were in their dominance, I do think we do need to start speaking of Patrick Mahomes the same way we did Tom Brady. Because towards the end of Tom Brady's career, like right around when he was starting to, it was rumblings he could leave New England, you started to hear the Spurs talk, which was, he's just a system player. It's Bill Belichick's system. They just got a good system around him, and that's why Brady's doing all this winning, right? Then we take Brady out of said system, even though people ignore that offense has changed numerous times. It wasn't Josh McDaniels for 30 years. They changed numerous times, but you take him out of the system, put him in Tampa, he wins the Super Bowl the first year, right? So he proved right then and there. He's not a system guy. He is the system. So we look at Patrick Mahomes, even though he has been going to Super Bowls, that offense has not looked the same as it did when this gentleman was running things over there. So it's like, if he comes back and it looks like they pick up right where they left off with him, does that make Mahomes a system guy? You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's the idea of they need it. This is a desperation move because they see the AFC is getting better. It's not the same Joe, Lamar, Josh, and Mahomes. It's expanding itself. So it's like, if you want to take back the crown, these are the steps you got to make, and you got to make them now. Your guys are getting older, you know? So I don't think it's a return of the Mac or any of that, but I do think it puts them in a better situation than they were last year.
Well, great points. Great points. Now we got to give Mahomes a little props. So he did win one without him too, though.
No. I brought up that point to say, yeah. I know we wouldn't say Mahomes is a system quarterback, so right. I'm just trying to loop it to. I wouldn't say Brady was either. I think they suffer from the same things. When you don't have a good team, you don't have a good team. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. That's really all I was trying to hit on.
That was a crazy way to. I don't use this word often. Glaze Tom Brady. That was a crazy. Well, if you put the cart before the horse, and then the horse is behind the cart, then you go to the left, then the right is wide open. What? All right, what? That was crazy.
Hey, I'm just saying.
But I know you felt it in your spirit, though. I know it felt.
Source. I'm just saying, homeboy not making the playoffs in his prime is crazy to me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I just never knew Brady to do that. That's all I'm saying.
Wow. Hey, you're not necessarily wrong, I guess. You're not necessarily wrong.
Source got the keenest ears because he gonna catch every little time you think you're gonna, have a chance to mention your favorite player. Like, he get me with the Cowboys all the time. Look, we ain't talking about the Cowboys today, but you see how Prime stuck that in there? You see how
I was gonna compare Juwan's statement to you, actually. That was the next thing I was gonna say. I was like, you sound like Prime talking about Dallas. That's wild. Not that it's biased, but if somebody didn't know you and just saw you, they would be like, oh wow, that dude is wilding. He must be a Patriots fan, which he is. But
I am. Yeah,
I respect it. Is it a return to greatness? I think it's just a return to what should be. I won't say what should have been because I'm not mad at anybody trying to elevate and take that next step and see if they can do the next thing. So I'm not mad at Eric Bieniemy for taking a shot. It didn't work out well at all. Like it looked bad for him. For real.
Listen to me.
He should have listened to you, Prime. You did say it. You said it was a bunch of rumblings or questions around his interviews and all that.
Yep.
Early on.
Yep.
But and yeah, things didn't go the way he planned, I guess. The Chiefs were all right for the most part. Like they they didn't lose too many steps, but as Juwan said, not making the playoffs last year, Bieniemy being available, the spot being available, it's just what should have been. So I like it for the overall look of it, and I think it'll be fine. I don't. Will they be the Chiefs old? I don't know because Travis Kelce ain't gonna be there, right? Most likely. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think we waiting on that word, but a lot of people thinking that Kelsey might be gone. So they got it. I think his return, as well as some of the moves that they need to make, they're going to have to make some tough decisions. They're going to be key. And then are they going to get Mahomes back this year or next year? And then when are they going to get him back? It's going to be a lot as well. But we can't forget. Shout out to my man Zachary Branch, my brother, SBP member. He kept telling us in our group chat for the longest time. He gonna always advocate for the black and the black coaches, but he's about this, man, Bieniemy. And I tried to tell him, I said, look, man, it's definitely Bieniemy, but there's some other things too. Yeah, but it's more Bieniemy. He won't gonna let that go. Like, he won't gonna let that go. So when I saw this, he was the first person I had to text. Look, bro, they talking about bringing Bieniemy back. That's what I'm talking about, Prime. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. This, watch what happened. Watch what happened. So Zach not gonna let me forget that, no doubt. But shout out to Eric, man. You got to remember with Mahomes, man. He led that team in one season to third most points in a season in NFL history to ever be put up. Also, helped Mahomes become the second quarterback to throw for 5,000 yards and 50 TDs. Only other person was Peyton Manning. So sometimes greatness just go together. You know what I'm saying? They just go together. So he might not have been much as it's not going to be the head coach. People didn't want to give him the shot or to do certain things, but we can't deny what he meant to this franchise. You can't deny what he did for the Bears too in that short time. And I mean, we don't talk about it, but the Bears offense, young quarterback, they want a crazy uptick, man. So, got to give him props where props is due. Also, in our Guess Who's Back segment, we got to talk about this too, because I got to check on my Steeler buddies. Speaking of Zach in our circle, shout out to my brothers Randy, Doc, you know what I'm saying, and Rook. The brothers. I don't think folks are too happy about this, bro. I know in the group folks was kind of clowning a little bit, and I'm beginning to wonder because I'm like, what is the thought process? I would rather the Steelers, not that I care, but I would rather the Steelers just went out and tried a coach who hadn't been a head coach before.
Right.
You're talking about defense, just like the kid. What's the kid who just got hired from the Chargers? Is it Jesse Miller? That was the Chargers DC, who's taking over the Ravens. They've been hounding about they wanted to get that defense back. I'm just saying. I don't know, but it's just my thoughts on it. So it's what you think.
Here, the strangest part is that, as we discussed, and I think it's since 1970. I don't know if it's. I think since 1970 is the actual number.
69.
69. There's only been 3 coaches to wear that black and gold or black and yellow, whatever you want to call it. So 3 head coaches, and this is the 4th guy you want to go with? This guy. So the expectation has to be this guy's going to be here a long time.
That's the thing.
And it's this guy. Are they serious? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't love it. I don't like it. I don't care, as you don't care, but I don't like, what is this? What is going on? What are we doing?
You think, Juwan?
I think this is horrible. The first 2 things I thought was the comment you were making about returning its defense. I didn't understand how Brian Flores doesn't have this job.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand that. I'm like, that should have been just on a silver platter. But the second thought, to Source's point, this just confirmed this will be the first time in Steelers history they fire a coach in the second year. 100%. 100%.
Second year.
100%.
I like it.
100%. Because to me, the idea is Mike Tomlin took this team to the playoffs. Essentially, almost every year he's been a head coach here. The problem is that when Tomlin left, there's not much of that team offensively to admire. You don't have
Right.
much cap space. You don't really have much to do in the draft. So it's like you don't have room to improve that team. So it's like, again, I just spoke to how the AFC is getting better. If Mahomes comes back, even if Mahomes comes back in, let's say, October, November, they could still make the playoffs. You have the Chargers that are looking to come back. You have so many teams in the AFC that are going to get better and, be viable for that playoff spot. They're probably the odd man out if we're just making early predictions. Steelers are the odd man out. We don't even know what they're going to do at quarterback. So it's like, I don't understand, except for unless you're telling me Aaron Rodgers is staying and this was like an Aaron Rodgers move. Like, I don't understand it. They must have not did their due diligence. They couldn't have called Dallas, because if they did, I'm sure Dallas would have said, there's a reason why he was available. There's a reason. Like, he didn't do anything here. So I don't know. To me, this is another one of those offensive moves because, like I said, Brian Flores should not still be ignored the way that he is. I do think that Tua stuff maybe hurt him a lot, but again, he should not be ignored the way that he has been.
I like Brian Flores too, man. I thought he'd be perfect for either this job or even the Ravens gig.
Right.
Even the Ravens gig. I thought I am scared a little bit with him too because the amount of interviews that he's getting and not landing, I'm beginning to wonder, is there something else? I know that one of the assistants, one of the folks for the Minnesota Vikings didn't give him a glowing endorsement. Now, I don't know how deep that runs in NFL circles. I don't know if there's something else. It is kind of alarming to me, though, the amount of interviews that he's getting. And we haven't heard anything. He hasn't landed a job yet. There's still some jobs out there. I don't know if it's jobs that he wants, but it's something to watch. But from the outside looking in, I really like Brian Flores, and I think he would have been perfect. That's kind of why I'm glad he didn't get the job for the Steelers. I don't like guys that I like coaching for somebody that I'm going to definitely root against, a lot of times. But he would have been perfect, I think.
Yeah.
This or the Ravens, but not that Mentor won't do a good job for the Ravens, because I don't know. I mean, he did a pretty good job with that defense this past year, especially. So we'll see with that. But yeah, this is crazy. I'm trying to figure out though. So McCarthy's got one Super Bowl. They won that one Super Bowl against the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Only had Aaron Rodgers, right? When this thing is all over with, I don't know how successful he will or won't be with them. But think about the jobs that he's had. This dude has had the head coaching gig at three of the most historic, legendary franchises in all of sports.
That's a fact.
Yeah, not just football, all of sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, I mean,
that's your man's.
You put a cherry on the top, maybe they go out and win. I'll say it can't hurt the offense. I'll say that because let's be real. We go back and look at the Steelers since they're I don't want to say they declined, but there was all those just winning in just enough games to make the playoffs type deal. The offense hasn't been all that great,
Right.
So I think if you land the QB, whether it's as Juwan was talking about Aaron Rodgers or not, which would be funny because we don't know their relationship. We saw them hugging up and smile when the Cowboys played against the Cowboys here, recently in this last season. But he was in Dallas. But of course, I mean, I ain't seen in a while, whatever. We might have different feelings about each other. But if you remember, there was some friction between the two before they were no longer together in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and so I don't know. I'm thinking if I'm the Steelers, forget that though. I think you're more than just a quarterback away. I'm going out to find my next quarterback. I found my next quarterback, and if he's going to be there a while, or at least a little bit, I mean, I'm gonna give him a start with a fresh quarterback. That's what I'm doing.
I don't think this man has the ability to elevate. So I don't see it working regardless. So
like I said, I do believe the offense gets a uptick. I'm not saying they're gonna become one of the most explosive offenses in the league, but I believe there's an uptick there. And then along will come the dumb decisions about going forward on fourth down in certain places and all that too. But I mean, I don't know. interesting enough. And then nothing else really on the coaching front, other than we were talking about Mike McDaniel agreeing to take the OC job with the Chargers, and he was leaving it open, though they gave him an out if he was to get the be considered for the Buffalo job, but then he's now withdrawn from that. So looks like he will be the OC, which I think is nothing but good news, I believe, over there for them and their quarterback. So
100%. That's a
I think offensively, I think it's definitely, you know, don't mean that they're going to be better than the Patriots, the young Patriots squad years coming forward, or the Kansas City Chiefs, maybe, depending on what they got coming back, but still.
Or the Denver Broncos.
Or the Denver
Broncos.
Yep.
Word up.
Yep.
I don't think Denver is going to fall out of contention anytime soon. I don't.
Not with that defense.
Yeah, I don't think anytime soon. So, fair enough. People in the chat, the Don Mega's in the house. What up, bro? And my man Liddy is in the house. Hey, Liddy, real quick, cause we about to talk football. You happy about getting about Bieniemy going back to the Chiefs? You gonna renew your Chiefs fandom or what?
Renew it? That's crazy.
Yeah, he was a little upset. He was mad earlier this year. I think he said that he wasn't paying attention to him no more or something. I think he was a little upset. So
for one season?
Not football related.
Oh yeah, okay. That's true. I forgot about that. So
one season? That's crazy.
Yeah, so just refresh my memory. So you run about that. All right. But we'll see if he drops his answer in it. But let's get to these. Let's get to these two games. Yeah. Let's get to these two games. And first up, of course, would be the 3:00 game. And I think it's going to be I think both of the games are going to be really good. But we got some fun facts to drop around for this matchup in this one. First up, between both of the games, actually, did you guys realize that both of these games are matchups between Mike and Sean?
I did not.
Mike Vrabel, John Payton, Mike McDonald, and Sean McVay.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
So we got the Mike and Sean Bowls going down today.
That's pretty good.
And it ought to be really good, man. It ought to be fun. And oddly enough, so we got the Patriots back in the mix, playing in the AFC Championship game. And you got to go back to 2011. It's always either been the Pats or the Chiefs playing in the championship game, man. So, Pats did their thing for mad years. Chiefs came in, took over for a minute, and now the Patriots are back staking their claim as one of the best, the absolute best in the National Football League. I want to give you your props, Juwan, because you hadn't been here in a while, but I brought it up. And you can remember I agreed with you, but we talked about the New England Patriots being a decent team this year, not only because of the young talent and look at the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
You said you really felt it. I know did say you really felt it. I agree. I'm not a Patriots fan, but I agree. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't see this.
No.
I didn't see this championship. I didn't see Drake Maye, as much as I like Drake Maye, being one of the top quarterbacks in the National Football League. Better yet, in the running for the MVP. My opinion, it ain't but a two-man race. But that's just me. Nobody cares what I think, man. But this season y'all had, man, how you feel about this season, man?
Let me go ahead and mute. Put my joint on mute for 5 minutes.
No, it's nothing like that. I didn't see any of this coming. Like I said before when we were talking to start the season, I just said wild card. I felt as though they could compete for a wild card spot, be a wild card team. I know a lot of people make a lot about the schedule. I would like to remind people that if Matthew Stafford is your MVP, Matthew Stafford played almost the same teams that Drake Maye played and lost to a couple of them that Drake Maye beat convincingly. Shout out to the Panthers. So it's just the idea of you play who's in front of you. Vrabel's done a great job. our defense has not been talked about at all. And I think they've been playing as lights out as our offense has at points of this season. But the defense has carried us in this postseason.
Diz brought it up last week.
Yeah, I mean, the defense, it doesn't get enough love. Milton Williams, shout out to him not going
Whew.
to the Panthers.
Monster.
I remember them saying he was going to the Panthers, and then 5 minutes later, he signed with New England, and it was one of the best signings. Carlton Davis is very streaky. That man will get beat, but that man does show up when it's time. He does. So I just really appreciate this amazing ride. It's been 4 or 5 years of just doom and gloom, man. Just doom and gloom. So I appreciate, that it's a reminder of how great this franchise can be when, you don't hire Jarrett Maye. But yeah, no, I'm very excited for what this team has been able to do this year.
Yeah, man, that's excellent season, man. Defense is strong, quarterback playing out of his mind. Finding ways to win, even against the tougher opponents. Now, we're going into a game today. So I want to get your input on this first. Where they're playing against a backup quarterback in Jarrett Stidham. And this to my dismay because, I like Bo Nix. Man, I like Bo Nix, and I hate to see what happened to him. But the Patriots – a lot of people think I've seen some things lately where people were thinking that the Patriots may have an easy time with Denver today. What do you think? What do you think Broncos' chances are with Jarrett Stidham back there?
Not only a backup quarterback, but a former Patriot. Am I correct?
Yeah, remember? Yeah, he was drafted. He was actually drafted to replace the great one.
Yeah. Look how that turned out. But yeah, I'm not mad at anybody who just is going into this and being like, yeah, man, the Patriots going to kill these people, because that is the possibility. But there is also the possibility that Denver defense plays like it's been playing, and the offense hands the ball over to the running game and just keeps that thing close at the crib. Keep it close at the crib. Because the longer the game goes, the more confident Stidham's going to get in this game. And if they're hanging around third, fourth quarter, anything can happen at that point. But yeah, I'm with you on how people will see this game and possibly non-Patriot fans don't want to say it. Maybe some of them probably they got it 40-0. Others may be like Javon and see a closer game, but I assume. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good one, to be honest. It might be boring to some, a little low scoring, a little on the low scoring side, but
right,
going down. It's going down to both of these games. Very different games, but both will be entertaining.
Yeah, man. I think this game could go a lot of ways, man. A lot of ways. But today, Drake Maye has a real shot to continue the track that he started and etching his name into history. And I think it's going to start with him having a good game against this defense, because we've seen Drake Maye not perform as well in a lot of games when they've played top defenses. Now, last week, of course, he came out and didn't like the scoreboard up, well, as far as yards, but he still, 3 touchdowns last week, I believe. So they found a way to get it done. So I don't know if it's as much as them containing him per se, or if it's just he took what was needed. But he's got a tall task here today. And, I think for the Patriots, man, total team effort. You got to find a way to get Diggs loose again. Diggs the type of person that can hurt you in a game without having to catch 10 passes in a game. He's a guy who he can do it. He can catch those 10 passes, but I've seen Diggs affect the game 5 receptions. You see what I'm saying? But 1 takes off. So what's going to be interesting to see is what Denver does as far as he's concerned. Do they let Surtain travel, or they just play their regular defense and hope they can get pressure, which we know they can. You see what time they're on when they come to get into the quarterback. Nobody really does it better.
Prime. You think they're gonna follow? You think they're gonna follow Diggs?
No, I can.
I
tell
don't
you
think they
exactly
will.
who Surtain's going to follow. I know exactly who he's going to follow.
Yeah, I don't think they follow Diggs until it becomes a problem. And then they are a defense that they will change up that back end. They don't do a lot different with their front because they don't have to. They can get matchups one-on-one. They've got about 4 guys, maybe close to 5 guys. They can beat any one-on-one defender up within that front 7. They get busy like that. But I don't know. I don't know if he follows them. But I think if Diggs gets to be a problem and they change the stuff on their back end, he may have to, especially if they're still in the game.
I wonder if Boutte would be the problem more than Diggs.
I can tell you guys exactly who Surtain's going to be on. Once he got cleared, I knew that's exactly.
Mac?
Yeah, he's going to be on Mac. He's going to be on
big.
Mac because Mac is a big body that's going to be your third down guy. Mm-hmm. And that's the guy you want to contain. That's the guy that can make those tough catches, those big plays across the middle, take those hits.
Are y'all serious? Are y'all serious right now?
Hey, Mac. Hey, Source. Mac,
are y'all serious? Are y'all serious right now?
Source. Don't look at it from a standpoint of us trying to make Holland sound like a Jamar Jefferson. We're not saying that. We're saying you're going to put Diggs in the slot a lot. You're not going to put him wide out to go long. You're going to put him in the slot a lot. So you're going to move a lot of guys around in the slot to take care of that guy. Booty, we saw the Texans put their best corner on him and he beat him long, right? So it's like that was a game without Mac. Mac is going to fill that position of the X, I believe, in my opinion. I think you got to shut that down because he's going to look to go to that guy a lot of third down conversions, a lot of third. If that defense gets us 3rd and long, we're going to go for Mac. That's been our guy when he's healthy, is going for him on 3rd downs. So I think if you're Surtain, you want to shut that down. And like Prime was saying, if Diggs starts to become a problem, you can always just move that. You know what I'm saying? Move him to shut down Diggs if need be. But you don't just leave your 2nd or 3rd corner on Mac Hollins. He's not garbage. Man's not garbage.
Mac Hollins, and the same with Kayshawn. If you notice, so if you go back and look, there'll be tons of games where they don't get a lot of catches, right? Mac Hollins will make, in a game you might look and he has 2 fantastic plays, 2 crazy 3rd and 16 or something. But you go back and look at the box score and he's caught 4 passes the whole game. Booty's the same way. Booty will mess around, have 3 catches in the whole game. One of them just happened to be the one that burned you, right? So I don't know. I think it's tricky. It's tricky. But they're not always guys that you're going to look for to have 8 to 10 receptions in a game, right? And then we're sitting there talking about these receivers, and this could be the Hunter Henry day. Like, I don't know. But what I'm saying is I would not be surprised if he does not start out on him. I just would be interested to see if they change up at some point. And he has to shadow him. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Riley Moss and Reese Taylor on the other side over there for Denver, they're not bad coverage people.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, Reese Taylor is actually a safety that can cover pretty well. I mean, out in space. So I don't know. Now I'm telling you this, and Source don't be hitting me in the inbox.
I am.
I've seen Diggs going to milk carton this year too, though.
Yeah, but not because lack of trying, just because Drake has made it a thing this season that everyone gets love. Everyone gets love, and he still made sure Diggs was a 1,000-yard receiver this year. Yeah. So it's like anyone can beat you. We've seen it over the course of these last 2 games. Anyone can beat you, but I think the focus needs to be on 3 specific players if New England wants to make it out of this game. Will Campbell, because it's their weakest link on the offensive line, and they're gonna attack that. They're gonna attack it a lot because that's Drake Maye's blind side whenever Will Campbell's on that field. Will Campbell, Ramondre Stevenson holding on to the football. If he can hold on to the football, it'll be a monster game for him.
Y'all ain't never gonna let that man live, huh?
No, no, never. So Ramondre Stevenson, and then I call him the Michael Jordan of the Patriots, and that is our closer. That is Milton Williams. If Milton Williams
he's a beast
through,
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I would not be surprised if this game is sealed on a Milton Williams right up the middle to seal this game.
I like
Those
that.
are
I
my
like that.
3 biggest points of importance for New England. Shore up help for Will Campbell, which means a lot of Ramondre having to stay there to make sure that the guys don't get through Will Campbell. Also, you're going to have to make sure that the running game is solidified because we struggled a lot last week. How we won that game is just, I don't understand Houston.
Remember that was so. Remember that Diggs is concerned. He been hollering about they need to get that running game right.
Yes,
all season long.
The running game has to be very much present today. And then again, the closer, Milton Williams. I'm telling you, him and Barmore have been a wrecking crew together this season when healthy. So I'm very interested to see how those guys come together to seal this game. Like Source is saying, I honestly do have it 27-20 New England.
27-20?
27-20 New England. And last thing I want to say, Source, I do want to make a point to those who are saying the whole New England has an easy route playing a backup. I would like to remind people, and this is what I said to you specifically, Source. This was the conversation heading into a specific Super Bowl where the conversation was Bill Belichick versus Nick Foles. Oh, Tom Brady has a 7th ring. And what happened? Nick Foles hung it on us. So even though a lot of those were questionable calls. Anyway, I will say you cannot overlook an opponent. That's not how that works. A lot of people pick that Texans defense against New England, and the Texans are at home right now. So it's not as simple as what your eyes see. The guys have to go play the game. Stidham is still an NFL quarterback, which means he does have the ability to go out and make passes to win this game. All right, it's not like they just picked someone from the rec league. So all I'm saying is it's not as simple as that. They could easily get that run game going. That makes it easy for a lot of play action attacks. I'll just say this. I'm very interested to see how, I think, is it Sutton? No, who's the Denver's best receiver?
Cortland Sutton.
Okay, it is. Okay. I'll be interested to see if he's able to breathe with the amount of coverage that Gonzalez will be.
Gonzalez, yeah. We talked about that Sertan matchup, but that's another matchup to watch, though.
Yeah.
Where Gonzalez is lined up.
Yeah, so I'm not of the mindset New England walks in and has an easy day at work. I'm very much, this is going to be a tough game. This is probably a game that won't explode until maybe the 3rd, 4th quarter, in my opinion. That's where I give New England the 27-20.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. I think for Denver's shot with Stidham is just put them in comfortable situations. They got to find a way to run the ball too. And they're more than capable of running it, but they've fallen short in some weeks as well. Find a way to run it, simplify the game a little bit for Stidham. He hadn't thrown a pass all season. He's only had 4 starts in his NFL career, and then take the situations that the defense gives you, because the defense has to create favorable positions for them too. And Sean Payton is ultra confident. I don't know if y'all been watching these interviews ever since Knicks went down. Payton is like talking smack, talking about, basically you're going to have 2 weeks to do this because they're going to be playing again next week. Of course, your boy Kayshawn Booty came back, with the rebuttals, talking about going to Cabo, them going to Cabo or whatever. But Sean Payton is ultra confident in this quarterback, and he says he knows that they can get it done. So we're going to see. Lastly, Source, if I get your, let you finish up and give your score. If we go back and look, there's been a few quarterbacks who started, in the playoffs, right? And they're first without throwing a pass during the season. So we go back, the great Roger Staubach. There was Taylor Heineke for Washington back in 2020. There was Gary Danielson. Joe Webb for the Vikings. I forgot about Joe Webb. Then we have the great, I'll say great performance. I ain't gonna say he's a great quarterback. Frank Reich, back in 92. So as I know you remember this one, came into the game down 34-3 in the 3rd quarter for Buffalo and put up 4 TDs for Buffalo to win it 41-38.
even being young, watching that game,
Yeah.
when it was in that prevent defense,
Yeah.
as I was
He
like,
walked right down the field.
something, this is looking crazy right now. And they kept going 3-and-out, throwing the ball, 3-and-out, 3-and-out. I'm like, are y'all a touchdown? This ain't really happening. Yeah, it really happened like that. So salute Buffalo, Frank Wright. Shout out to him, former Eagles coach.
Yeah,
Anyway,
shout out to him for their great performance and all that before, a couple of games later, they got,
and there he goes. There he
a
goes.
storm from Dallas just came through there and just,
There he goes.
we were talking about weather. I was talking about storm. You were talking about weather to start the show. I'm just talking about, But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, speaking of storm, I know I want this game to be close. I want this game to be good. It's going to be a good game. But just listening to y'all talk, I put an extra touchdown on New England. I put an extra touchdown for New England, I should say, just to be clear. Because Stidham going to turn that joint over. Stidham going to turn that joint over. 31-13. 31-13. I was 24-13. I was keeping it close. And then New England scores late to make it a double-digit lead. And Denver doesn't score again. Now,
I know what the real situation. I know what this
Huh?
real situation is because I see how the tone changed in your voice. You just don't like Sean Payton, and that's what it is. Because at the end, you was talking real positive till I brought up this Sean Payton stuff, and all of a sudden you talking reckless. You don't like
Sean Payton was just talking to be talking. You know how you're in a situation and you can't win, Rock, but you got to put on a brave face. And you got to take, I'm leading these people. We got to go out here. Yeah, we can do this.
Yeah.
I mean, and you can. It's possible. It just ain't likely. 31-13. I ain't changing nothing. 31-13.
Source lying because before I started talking about Sean Payton, Source had this score somewhere like 24 to 19 or something, like 24-20.
24-13. 24-13.
You took some points away from them too. I understand.
You said I added points and subtracted points.
Yeah,
from each team. I mean,
I did want to say one thing that is a little bit being overlooked is that through the course of this season, I think less than 5 running backs actually rushed for over 65 yards on New England. So I think if you're New England, if you can stop the run early and force Stidham to have to make decisions, that might be where you can get to where Source's number is and reach that. But again, it's going to have to start there. You're going to have to start there. You're going to have to frustrate them. I know listening to CJ and listening to Justin Herbert, a lot of how New England was able to beat those two guys was they were disguising so well. They couldn't figure out what they were in, and it was confusing them. It's why CJ threw that ball to the left side that Carlton Davis just came out of nowhere and just picked it. It's because he can't figure out what are they in, what are they doing, what are they throwing together. And I want to add, New England's doing this with not the greatest pass rush. You know what I'm saying? So it's like to be able to disguise like that when you're not necessarily getting to the quarterback as much as you would like to be able to, it definitely speaks volumes. So I'm looking to see which side is able to stop the run first and the best, because that's your winner. That's your winner. I mean, because, again, Drake Maye has not played his best football. I'm praying today is the day where Drake becomes Drake Maye, you know, and has that vintage game. But
Javon want to say 44-20 so bad, but he just can't.
No.
He don't want to talk. He wants to say 44-20. That's what he want to say.
What it is, I'm going to be honest with you. Since knowing you guys have humbled me sports-wise. Like my mentality, I do often when talking to you guys step back from the fandom and view and respect the game. And if you respect the game, you don't just put a crazy number out there like that when the opposing team's defense is that good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think my quarterback is better, but I don't 31 like that. That's crazy. I don't know if I'm willing to say that, but I respect the game enough to say that I know that defense should be feared, and we're gonna have to be on our A game today for sure.
Man, that sounds like someone whose team is supposed to win, and he don't want to do too much. Okay, I get it. You don't want to do too. We supposed to win. People looking at us like we supposed to win, but I see the trap in it. I see the trap. Okay, I get it. I get it. It's cool. 31-13.
All right. 27-20. I'm going 27-20.
Hey, shout out to the homie JB in the house. JB got the Broncos 27-26. And hey, we got a guest picker in here today.
Hold on.
The man DB is in the house, Source.
I need a bigger piece of paper.
Dorian Bryan is in the house. Brother, 34-13. DB, what up?
Come on, DB. He talking crazy.
He got the
I like it.
Yeah, JB took the Broncos. JB took the Broncos now.
Oh, okay. All right. I was about to say, did anybody pick the Broncos? All right. Well, I know who ain't picking the Broncos. This guy.
I probably would if it was a different circumstance.
Right. Yeah.
I'm a gunslinger. You know what I'm saying? I'm a gunslinger. So, if 10 was back there starting this week, I'd take the Broncos in a close one. You know what I'm saying? But no disrespect to Drake Maye, because I really like that dude too. But
wait, time out, Prime. Now see, you just there it is. Prime loves both of these dudes. He's so upset.
Let me fix something. I ain't gonna lie to you. No disrespect. I like Bo Nix more. So I ain't trying to try the defense. It's just my personal. I'm not saying that Bo Nix better than Drake Maye. I don't believe that.
Bo Nix.
But I'm just saying I like
Drake Maye. Baker Mayfield.
No, hold on. I just support Baker Mayfield. Baker
no,
that's your guy.
Wait, wasn't that both of
y'all? I was
y'all?
sticking up for Juwan because Juwan won't here.
No, wasn't that both of y'all?
I'm not stepping back from my my Baker Mayfield.
Hey, Source, I can give somebody props without them being my guy. Baker ain't my guy. I just been supporting him. I like him.
You had that man at the MVP week 4, week 5, as if.
Right. If I had him as the MVP week 4, week 5, that don't mean that he's my guy.
All right, man.
That's what I'm saying.
What you did come back.
I just stuck up for your quarterback before. You know, I don't like your quarterback, but I stuck up for him.
Come back, Didge, please.
I do want to say I see John here saying Broncos defense gets 2 turnovers. That shouldn't be your deciding factor as to why the Broncos will win, because I want to remind you, Drake Maye, I think, had 4 turnovers over the course of the last 2 games, and he still made the plays when he needed to make the plays, and they got the win. So it's not always about how many turnovers, it's when you get them. So if you're saying the Broncos get them in a pivotal moment, sure. But just saying that the Broncos defense gets 2 turnovers, Texans thought that was enough. Drake Maye fumbled, I think, like 3 times, threw a pick, and they still home. Yeah. So it's like that doesn't define it. That does not define it, getting 2 turnovers.
So you're saying Drake Maye look like Josh Allen. Cool.
But his team is still playing. So.
Hey, Source, I just want to set the record straight. If we talking about my guys right now in the league, it ain't but 3 of them.
None of them Dak.
No, it's 1, and then there's 2 other ones that are low on the pedestal. But there's 1. You know who that is.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes.
The next two down will be Bo Nix and Drake Maye.
There we go.
That's it. I do like Baker Mayfield. You
Tier 3
extra because you don't like him, so I'm definitely going to up it. Right? But I like Baker Mayfield, and I don't hate my quarterback.
Yes, you do, Brian.
He just ain't better than Tony Romo. It's my
show.
Good
Lord.
JB know what time it is. Tell him, Jay, say it again. Mahomes is his guy. Yes, as a Cowboy.
100%. 100%.
Patrick Mahomes is my guy. And if later today, I'm gonna be back if Sam Darnold don't make it through this game and Drew Lock come out here and win this thing. Let me stop.
Oh, it sure is.
Hey, they did say they split. They split reps in practice this week. I'm just saying.
Scary. Yeah, scary. What you got on this game? My bad, Prime.
I'm gonna finish it up. I'm gonna keep it respectful. I'm gonna keep it 24-20. The Patriots.
All right, 24-20.
Yeah.
What Didge got?
Didge has Patriots 30-20.
Mm.
He gave him another touchdown. I mean, you ain't got nothing to say about that, Juwan. He still gave him 30.
Hey, man, that's my guy. I respect Didge. Man has more
Dang,
football.
that's disrespectful to me. What do you mean?
Look, look,
It's cool. It's cool. I'm all right.
look. I respect my guy, man. He gave him 20. I respect it. That
Can't
30
believe.
is crazy. Hanging 30 on this Denver team is gonna be crazy.
Hey, yeah, man. I finish this off, man. For Sean Payton, he's no stranger to this. Y'all remember in 2019, he did bring Teddy Bridgewater in there after Drew Brees went down and they won 5. He went 5-0. So he's confident that he can have quarterbacks ready.
Not the same.
Couldn't have Russell Wilson ready. But anyway.
But people just ain't like each other, man.
Yeah.
They just ain't like each other. That's all that was. All right, next up, the second game, of course, we have the Rams and the Seahawks going at it in the NFC Championship game. The number one scoring offense against the number one scoring defense, beating for a third time this season. And it's a lot that we can run with this game. The first thing that popped out to me was, y'all know how long Stafford been in the league? How many seasons he done play?
Since I'm gonna say since 07, 08.
Yeah, he's been there 17 seasons, bro. He's been there 17 seasons. The other 3 quarterbacks combined has been there 16 combined. So that's wild. That's wild. But we look over the last 4 matchups. You look at it. Let me tell you how crazy this is. The last 4 times these teams have played, the Rams have scored 109 total points. Seahawks have scored 107.
Jeez.
Yards for the Rams, 1,599. For the Seahawks, 1,589. You talk about just both teams are there. You talking about even. Going to be a fun matchup. A lot of folks predicted that this was going to be the NFC Championship game. And so, as Source like to say, now we're here. You know what I'm saying? Now we are here. Source, what's your first overall thoughts about this matchup, man?
First thing is I wish Sam Darnold was healthy.
You see Drew Lock get in and light that joint up.
Yeah. Nah. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Jarrett Stidham, Drew Lock. I'm sorry, Juwan. I don't mean to put that pressure on you people, but yeah. I love this game. You know, we got 2 of the best receivers, especially this season, 2 of the best receivers in the game on the field. Love that already. And the fact that their quarterbacks go to them repeatedly, regardless of the situation. They don't care. They get doubled, tripled, second down and 20, third and 4. I'm going to my guy. I love that. For the Rams to have such a great option on the other side as well is, of course, a beautiful thing for Matt Stafford. Even though, well, maybe not last week, but the week before, and from being injured, Adams hasn't been quite as effective, but ain't been no knee because Puka been killing them as he has done all season long. The fact that the Rams are still able to run the numbers up on these people, even though Seattle's got that great defense, is interesting. I guess it goes back to familiarity. I can't even say the word. Familiarity between the 2 squads and playing each other twice a year on a regular basis. They're used to each other. The only quarterback that has that Super Bowl experience left in these playoffs, a ring at that, is Matthew Stafford, man. As you mentioned, he has been in the league for 17 seasons compared to the other youngins that are, 20, Darnold, 27, 28, and Drake Maye, And oh God, I mean, Jarrett Stidham, I can't take that man serious, man. I'm not taking that man serious as the quarterback. I'm thinking about Bo Nix still. I'm sorry that he's not gonna be out there, bum ankle or not. Roll him out there. Roll him out there like Mr. X. I'm gonna go ahead and let Juwan get his shots off. I know he got something to say, even though his focus is elsewhere, because it's in Denver.
I'm not the biggest Matthew Stafford supporter.
Whoa.
I'm not. I haven't been. I think we sometimes give him a pass that we don't give others. I got Seattle. I got Seattle here. I got Seattle winning big here at home. 12 man. I don't know the number, but you guys can write this down. I do have a blowout.
Oh.
I have a blowout because I'll say this. You talk about Puka being the best receiver on the other side. Here's the thing. If I'm Seattle, I'm challenging Adams. I know his resume, but I'm challenging Adams. I'm leaving him in single coverage. I'm tripling Puka Nacua. I'm tripling him. I'm tripling Puka.
Quadruple.
If there's any way if there's any way this game can end and Puka Nacua has 2 yards, I'm going for it. I am making sure this man can't breathe all game. Adams is gonna have to show me. Show me. You say you're that guy, right? Go show me. Single coverage. Show me. All game. Show me. Puka Nacua runs, high safety, corner, boxing them in each time. Adams is gonna have to win this for them. And I think Darnold, hurt or not, if Drew Lock comes in, please, I need a mulligan. Drew Lock comes in. But if Sam can stay healthy and get this done, I would argue I think Seattle has the best receiver in this game. I fear that guy more. For me, I'm going Seattle big here. I'm just
going to write down big. Seattle big.
All right.
I put a whole lot. I wrote down a whole lot. That's what I put the strategy on.
Give me a mulligan. That's all I'm asking.
Fair.
Man, I think for the Rams, man, I think they've been somewhat disappointing because we're expecting to go out here and blow some people away, and either they get out to a big lead and let people back in the game, or the game is just way closer than we thought the game was going to be.
But that's my point. That's why I said I think we give Matthew Stafford too much of grace, and it's like he was at risk of losing to the Panthers.
The Panthers did that to a lot of people, but they did that to a lot of people this year.
Guess who they didn't do it to? Drake Maye. They didn't do it to him. That was even a thought. For us.
I walked right into that one, right?
I thought that was covered.
I'm just saying, your MVP was looking shaky around them Carolina parts. Mine, that was like a second home to Drake. He went there, did the Cam Newton and everything. He won't worry about nothing. So I'm just saying, Matthew Stafford has shown that he has a little bit of choke in him. And if he shows that today, this is the perfect team to make sure that he pays for it.
Wow.
I like that. Hey, DB can attest to this. Hey, and Source, I know you too. You know about the average days. You remember back when you were being in the club and somebody would get to fighting, and then out of nowhere, somebody else like steals the person when they weren't looking?
Yes.
Like they catch a stray. That's what Juwan just did to me. It just came out of nowhere. I'm looking one way, and the punch came from here. Like, guess who they didn't do it to? The Patriots.
He meant that too.
All good. But yeah, man, I mean, you spitting a lot of good stuff there, Juwan. But I'm just saying, I don't agree. I don't agree that that Smith and Jigma is the best receiver. I think he got argument for second best. Puka Nacua is arguably the best offensive player in the National Football League right now. Arguably. And I know my man JB, he's hollering about Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
MVP. Oh yeah, much love. I respect that. Puka a monster too, though, man. Smith and Jigba coming. I've been saying, like, you ain't been here most of the year. So to tell you, I've been hollering Smith and Jigma almost every time we talk about him. But I'm just saying, Puka is the ultimate weapon. Run the football, catch the football behind the line, catch it in double coverage, catch it with one hand. Ultimate security blanket, bro.
Okay. I tell you what, I see Puka's future looking a lot like Tyreek Hill's. He had the best quarterback, looked the best. Went to a quarterback.
But you're giving the quarterback props now.
You just hated what?
No. I'm saying he has a really good quarterback. I'm saying if he had a Brock Purdy, would he look the same? Because Christian McCaffrey looks like Christian McCaffrey no matter who his quarterback is. It don't matter.
I don't think Brock Purdy that bad, though.
I don't think Brock Purdy man, to me, I don't know what I would say about Brock Purdy.
JB about to turn this show off.
I'm just saying, when you watch the 49ers, you can easily tell who the best player is by far. And it's Christian McCaffrey.
But that can be what Christian McCaffrey plays for just about any team. So I mean,
that's my point. I don't think that's the same for Puka Nacua. I don't think
imagine him in the Rams offense.
Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying.
Purdy would be better with Puka.
You're
saying Puka's making Purdy. That's my point, is that I don't think Purdy is that guy. That's why what Christian McCaffrey's doing is way more impressive.
Purdy he's a starting quarterback. I mean, I'm not gonna put him up there. I'm not gonna put him up there in the top 5, top 7. I'm just saying, Purdy's all right.
He's a starting quarterback.
He played football.
I tell you what, if I'm going off of this season, I'm taking homeboy in North Carolina over Purdy any day. That he got dog in him. I don't know what Purdy got.
You talking about the quarterbacks at Carolina now, or you talking about Mr. Trubisky? What are you talking about?
Oh, no.
You talking about Carolina? Oh, you talking about Bryce Young? I thought you had a college flashback for a minute. Now I was Drake Maye. Anyway, I got you.
Oh man,
you talking about Bryce Young? Okay.
Yes, Bryce Young. He got dog.
Like that, the ultimate disrespect. And we ain't talking Trubisky. Like, what are we talking here?
Purdy is a top 10 quarter. Oh, that's a 49ers fan. Respect.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna say is you gotta give Purdy. Purdy looked good when he came back though for a minute. Looked real good. But anyway, Seattle, man. Seattle gets out here in this game and they start fast the way they did last week. It's gonna be a problem. They came out there smoking, took a 17-0 lead, was up 24-6 at the half, and didn't allow another point the rest of the game on their way to 41 of their own. The Rams got to find consistency, bro. Like, because we've seen them get out and let folks right back in it. We've seen them go slow through the whole game. So very inconsistent there, man. I think the defense needs to get after Sam Darnold, and they are very capable of wreaking havoc. We know what Seattle defense is about. DeMarcus Lawrence and them doing just wreaking havoc on everybody.
Who?
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Oh, okay.
D-Law. Jerry Jones, you watching? Sorry, son of a. But anyway, yeah. So they out there getting busy, man. They out there getting busy. I think the one thing in the Rams' favor, though, in the aspect of how good Seattle's defense is, Matthew Stafford is one of the quickest at getting rid of the football. So under 3 seconds, like 2.5 seconds on the average. A lot of that's because of Puka, right? A lot of that's because of the swing outs to Williams and Corum as well. So he's gonna have to get rid of that football today and get rid of it fast. One note though, and Juwan's talking about Seattle winning big. Your man's source, Devontae Adams, is 0-4 in his career in NFC Championship games.
That's tough.
That man ain't never won an NFC Championship game, bro. And he ain't played that well since he been back from that injury either. He been almost in the milk carton, bro. He disappeared. So I don't know how that hamstring gonna hold up. He need to have a big game today. Source, what you got on this one, man? What you got?
I thought you was going in, Brian. I thought you were about to tell us what you got. All right. I got this going crazy. Do you remember last year when we talked about the Rams? Was it last year when we talked about the Rams offense and how crazy it is?
Yeah.
Every spot on the field, like it's pretty crazy. It's still the same. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed with that offense. However, some things have changed in Seattle, and man, to believe in Sam Darnold it takes a lot. Like just historically, and even if you look back to last season when things got real and he went downhill from week 18, and then in that playoff game. I'm a sucker though. Seattle 30, the Rams 27.
Woo. I'm gonna tell you how crazy that is. Because I want to rock with you. I want to rock with you on this joint because defense is my favorite side of the football. I got mad love for Seattle, something terrible. And I would love to see my dude D-Law get to the Super Bowl. Not just for him, not just for that sorry ass Jerry Jones, but for these Cowboys out here talking mad smack. He ain't do that with us. It wasn't him, it was us. It was us. But y'all don't want to. That's why I don't rock with Cowboy fans for real. Roll solo like the Lone Ranger, man. But on the flip side, I gotta believe that McVay gonna do something. He gonna find a way to make enough plays, I guess. Because on the other side of the football, not that Kenneth Walker is not capable. I talked smack about him the other day. You see what he did last week, right? But now he's going to have to show a whole lot of that load, especially around that goal line, which he's capable. We saw what he did last week, right? Lowering shoulders on people and leaving them on the ground. As Source pointed out, I didn't, guys in the chat. But the Rams at least got two guys that's going on the rock. So the one running back, barring an injury, shouldn't have to take all of that pounding. And I got to believe Devontae Adams going to wake up at some point. You get over the hump at some point, right? Jawan don't like he don't have no love for Matthew Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't. They say this man ain't a Hall of Fame and all that. So, Source, I love me some Maroon 5, bro. In one of their songs, they say she will be loved. I'm gonna take Matt Stafford to pull this off today. But your score 30-27, and he will be loved on his way back to the Super Bowl. That's what I'm doing. And again, I don't have a problem with Seattle winning because I got mad love for him. But I'm just saying.
What we got elsewhere on the scores?
DB 24-21 Seattle. JB Rams 23-19.
Ooh.
And of course, right here on the show, our guy, Jawan, Seahawks, it won't be close. Well, I'm sorry, by a whole lot.
Either way.
That's what I put on I put by a whole lot.
Either way, it's fine.
Yeah. We'll go with Didge.
Yeah, so.
That's
what it is.
What it did?
Didge. Oh, yeah. Didge 31-27. He took Seattle as well.
Mm-hmm.
So me and JB, the only ones that took the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say this. If the Rams lose, I'm cool with it. If the Rams lose, I don't know how JB gonna feel because both of them teams in the West with his Niners, so I don't know. So he don't really have a super root interest, I don't guess. So I don't know. I will say I can honestly say that at least now with this Super Bowl that we're going to get, I can be happy when I watch it because I don't have a problem with any of these teams at all. Even though I would love for the Broncos to have Knicks back there, but I don't have a problem with any of these teams and stuff. Why should I, John? I shouldn't.
Because there's a possibility you could get Drew Lock versus Jarrett Stidham.
Yo.
Damn.
Yeah. Like I
Hey,
get
it's the Super Bowl. Hey,
but
but you know what, then? That'd be a crazy game. Two crazy defenses and backup quarterbacks.
They had to
Somebody,
reschedule.
one team will throw 4 interceptions and fumble the ball and still win the game.
They had to reschedule that jump for July.
I'm sorry. I'm with Source. You might have to airlift in a new leg for Bo Nix.
But what if, granted, it's not the Super Bowl that we want, but say it happens, and the quarterbacks show out in the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, but here's the flip side of that. Do you remember when New England went to the Super Bowl against the Rams a couple years back?
Yeah.
One of the highest scoring defenses. I mean, one of the highest scoring offenses. One of the best defenses.
Is that the 13-3 game or something?
Yeah, it was the most boring game ever. So I'm like, can you picture worse quarterbacks? Jared Goff and Tom Brady, and it was a boring game. Jarrett Stidham and Drew Lock.
Craziness.
And not to mention, you got to lose respect for whichever defense lets the other quarterback win if it's between those two. Bro, you let Drew Lock do it to you? That'd be crazy, man. That'd be crazy. Drew Lock?
Protect Sam Darnold. Protect Sam
him, man.
Darnold.
Whatever that's his finger. So unless he gets hurt, he should be good after 2 weeks. I mean, he played last week. Long as he don't get a crazy injury, it's not like they playing next week. Nah,
I need refs any touching on Sam Darnold flag. Any flag. Protect this man.
Well, why don't you just do yourselves and a lot of people a favor, Juwan, and y'all just win the game today. And folks ain't got to worry about that, okay? Y'all do your part. Do what you're supposed to do.
Dang.
Hey, he right.
Do what you're supposed to do. You don't worry about this.
Hey, I'm shutting up. You right. Okay.
Because if it don't go that way, America's gonna blame you. They want to blame you.
Did you see the new you know how they always say Dallas is America's team? Mm-hmm. Did you hear the new moniker that the Patriots are taking on?
Nah, what's that?
They're taking on the moniker of America's nightmare. That's what their marketing team is going with. So they're no longer interested in being America's team. They'd rather be America's nightmare.
It'll be a nightmare, all right, if they don't win this game today. It'll be a nightmare.
Hey, just letting you know. Just letting you know that's what it is over in New England. That's what they're running with.
Hey man, the smack talk would be epic from Sean Payton.
Oh, sure.
Oh my goodness.
Sure, for sure. And I believe the smack talk amongst the players. There's going to be a lot of ref getting in there, separating a lot of guys. It's going to be a tough one. Very physical game.
Nice. Excellent. We're looking for a great day of football today. And I appreciate everybody rocking with us. This was fun.
Yeah.
This was fun. So whatever you're doing today, whatever you're watching today, whatever you got going on, hopefully we praying Source at this end that this ice let up. We don't lose no power.
We need power.
We need power. I got everything charged up in here, but I won't be able to get no reception on nothing. You know what I'm saying? So everything charged. Both iPads charged. My phones are charged. Everything is charged. But if the power go out, only thing you can watch is downloads. If you feel me?
Right.
That's great.
So, Joanne, look, I told you I got the first 2 seasons of The Flash, and then I got Always Keep on one of my iPads, my Marvel Unlimited. It's my comic books, subscription. So I got probably about 25 comic books downloaded on that. So I've been, that's
You'll
gonna be
able to get through it. You'll be able to get through it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad about the aspect not being able to see the game if it go down. But I'm just saying.
No, not more upset than I'll be. I'll tell you that.
Of course.
I'll tell you that.
And to the ladies basketball fans, also at 3:00, remember South Carolina and Vandy get busy. You know about Don Staley in South Carolina. You may not know about Michaela Blake, but you should. If not, we've been introducing you to a whole lot of folks this season. You need to check her out because she is a dog. Don't get busy. So I believe they're the only undefeated team right now other than UConn, I believe, in the top 10. So I believe, pretty sure. So something to watch. Juwan, appreciate you rocking with us today. You got anything you want to put out there? You got anything coming up, shows, anything like that?
Over at Much Ado About Nothing, we are putting together a new show that will give more information to next Wednesday to debut Thursday. But we will be doing our halfway mark basketball show to kind of talk about the All-Stars and how we can get Giannis the first flight out of Milwaukee. All the good stuff. Talking basketball over there. So that'll be coming within the next week or two over there. But that's about it. I just appreciate you guys letting me on.
No doubt, no doubt. And we'll see what happens. Good luck to your guys today. Good luck to you guys today. Source, what you got for the people, bro?
Well, first of all, I want to say I'm going to post today. So I'm giving y'all a couple people in the chat, a couple that normally play. When we're doing the Super Bowl squares, so get in where you fit in ASAP. We'll keep it at $10. We'll do the squares at $10 for the Super Bowl. But y'all know how it went the last couple years. Them joints went quick, so quick that we had to do a second sheet. Like, I didn't even tell y'all it was a second sheet. We was already at like 30, 40 people on the second joint by day 3. So I'd suggest jumping in and grabbing a spot. Outside of that, tomorrow, 3 p.m., doing a conversation with, I don't know if y'all have seen, it's this guy, the father. He has his son and his daughter, and he's always breaking down rap lyrics. White dude. His page is called Rhymecology, and he breaks down bars. Yeah, I'll be interviewing him at 3:00 tomorrow on TikTok Live. We'll get together, chop it up, so we learn a little more about him. Then maybe next week or the week after, we'll jump on IG and have a whole conversation about like more specific things to hip hop. But tomorrow will be more of an interview of Jeff. Jeff Walker is his actual name. So that's at 3 p.m. tomorrow. Wednesday, Beat Cycle Wednesday number 60 is upon us. Last week we had Apathy, MC Surge, General Steel. Like it was crazy last week. And the week before that we had I don't even know, True Master, Domingo, Fonte's mom. It was crazy. It's been a crazy January on the show. So pull up for that, 7 to 9, and then at 9:00 got Richmond's own on Sessions with Source. No, not Mad Skills. We'll get to that another time. We got Noah O, my man Noah O coming through, and Big No. So we're gonna chop it up with them, go over 5 songs from their catalogs and get a story on that. That should be dope. And I think that's it, man. We're reaching the end of January, man. But it's been a very, very heavy January. So we're gonna keep it going throughout 2026.
Word up. Dope. Y'all check for that. Nothing on my end. All those today, not too long. Yeah. We get off of this show. Source and I will be jumping back on to do a mixtape. We get down with the mixtape. So we've done, we've picked years. We've gone back in hip hop, 80s, 90s. We're going to do today, we're going to do a mixtape with our favorite songs from hip hop songs from 2025. All right, so we're gonna get in, and then of course at a later date we'll get down on his TikTok page, and we'll consolidate and make just make one tape, so some songs will come off the list. So, but Source and I will be doing that not too long after we get off of here, maybe a few minutes. So y'all look for that. Just jump back to the page. No football till 3:00, y'all. So anybody that's hip hop fan, especially in 2025, tune in, check in. We gonna be right back on. So yeah, that's it. But other than that, thanks for rocking with us. No football show next week. I think Source and I will probably be doing another mixtape. I would guess we probably do another mixtape next week at some point. So tune in for that. And then also keep an eye out in the coming weeks, because not only will the mixtapes and the music keep flowing, but we're going to probably slide in a movie or two. as well that we're gonna go back and review some of our old favorites. So
Run it back.
But to your football lovers, we see y'all in a couple of weeks. For your hip hop people, we'll be back today and again next week. But thanks for watching the SBP, and we out.